Hello everyone, just finished another quick thrifting trip this morning, just another one of those quick, 20 minutes on my way type deals. Found in the bargain rooms today. I found a few VHS, nothing too incredibly exciting, but things that I have sold before. Scream 1, 2, and 3. Jaws. And Poison Ivy 2 with Alyssa Milano. I think the first Poison Ivy is with Drew Barrymore, if I remember correctly. But Poison Ivy 2, a lot of horror stuff can sell well if you can get it cheap enough, in the bins, that type of thing. Some generic DVDs. We have Black Sheep, widescreen edition, Couples Retreat, History of Violence. I wish this was the VHS copy. That is gold, worth its weight in gold, but just the regular DVD copy of A History of Violence. A few other paperback books, J.D. Robb, 3 in 1, and some of these Warriors books. These are always good, especially if you can save up and have enough of them to make a decent lot individually. They're not really, I don't really like putting them up individually, but if I can get a lot of at least like 4, more likely around 10 or 12 is nice, then those move pretty well. One Goosebumps, we have It Came From Beneath the Sink. It's the newer cover, sadly, but still pretty good. One of these Stranded books, and I think I have a lot of these up already for sale. I'll have to check. Pretty sure they're listed, but this is not included in it, so I can edit that, put that in. One of these Junie B. Jones books, and a few of the Magic Treehouse books. Some more common ones, but they're in decent shape. That's really good. And then we have Pokemon, The World of Sinnoh. Don't really know what Sinnoh is. It seems to have the fold-out map included here. My knowledge of Pokemon ends at like 1999 or so, but yeah, it has this. I don't pull it out here or anything, but it has a fold-out here included. And actually, when I pulled the fold-out open, 2 Pokemon cards fell out. This is a weird-looking Charmeleon, so it must be a newer edition Charmeleon, not the original one, and a Seawaddle, whatever the heck that is. But 2 Pokemon cards fell out, so there you go. Extra little bonus I didn't even know about. That was it for the bargain room. Went into the main room, wasn't finding much until I was looking through the kids' books, and I found a small stack of manga. And, manga's weird because it seems like around here, no one has a clue what it is. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, we do live near a lot of Amish and that type of things. It's not really necessarily the community for it, but we do also have an anime convention that happens in the nearby city every year. But whatever, it just always seems like they have no idea what to do with it, and you'll find manga in the fantasy section or in the sci-fi section or with just random fiction, or maybe it's with the kids' books. It could be anywhere. You have no idea. So if you're looking for manga at any of the thrift stores around me, you have to look anywhere there are books of any kind, because they could be in any section. Just depends who put them there. I found this one, Alice in the Country of Joker. This is Circus and Liar's Game. I think I remember there was a series of visual novels on PSP. I'm pretty sure they were Japan only that were based off of this series as well. Just one of those random things I think I remember seeing before. In volumes 1, 2, and 3 of The Water Dragon's Bride. In really good condition. Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. I like the color palette on that one. And then we have Tales of Wedding Rings. I don't know what this is. Maybe Tales of Wedding Rings. Volumes 1, this is a little bigger one, and Volume 2. So Volume 1 and 2 of that. Pretty interesting. But these are all in the kids' books, so they charge me just for kids' paperback books. So just any one volume of these will pay for the whole lot, and the rest is all gravy. So that was it today. Another just quick trip out. Found some pretty decent stuff, going a little bit out of my way. I've had some oddball things happen lately with random thrifting things. We ordered a thing of bubble wrap back in January. I think it was like the beginning of January, and it just kind of never showed up. I mean, that was during that time period where things were still crazy delayed with the holidays, and if Joy has his way, things are probably going to end up being delayed indefinitely. Who knows? But yeah, it was just really bad. But a giant thing of bubble wrap. I forget how many square feet it is, but a huge round thing of bubble wrap. Something that was just weird to get lost. It wasn't a small package or a medium mail package or anything like that. It was just gone. Never showed up. And yet at some point it was scanned as delivered. And it was weird though, because it was scanned in at a post office like an hour or 2 hours away from us. Then it was scanned as delivered, but it was never brought any closer than that one that's normally they would come from that one, then to our local post office, and then be out for delivery. It never made it to our local post office, but it was somehow scanned magically one day randomly weeks later as delivered. But it wasn't, and it was just gone. This was back in January. And then in the afternoon, I didn't hear him pull up or anything. I opened the door in the middle of the afternoon, take some trash out, and it's sitting there right in front of our front door. It just showed up randomly. 2.5, almost full 3 months later, this thing of bubble wrap was just sitting somewhere in limbo in some post office for like almost 3 months, and just randomly shows up. It was the weirdest thing. And just that kind of oddity, a lot of just goofball customer type deals going on lately with people just saying or asking bizarre things. I had a customer who swore that we somehow sent a package to her old address in Connecticut, but she now lives in Nevada. Yet the label and everything associated with it only had her Nevada address, and it was scanned as delivered in Nevada. I had no idea what she was talking about, and I mentioned that. I said, and then I showed the trackings, like it shows it was delivered in Nevada, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I found them. They're sitting on my front porch." But like I don't know how I don't know what was going on, but weird things like that. People just out of their minds. And then I went just to see on Half Price Day to Salvation Army, which we don't go to anymore. We used to try and hit just every thrift store branch, every type of store around us that we could find, community aid, Goodwill, independent stuff, Salvation Army, and that's kind of been whittled down over the years to a handful of ones in our very local area that we frequently find stuff. With the Salvation Army, the prices have gone insane. I don't know how it is around you, but for us, the Salvation Army, you go in, everything from housewares and clothing is typically double what it would be at something like a Goodwill. Like double. Horribly overpriced. Books, movies, the same way. And then, we hadn't gone in a very long time, Salvation Army, because we just got to stop going because of that. I randomly stopped by yesterday for Half Price Day to see, I hadn't been there a long time. And there was stuff that, when I say I haven't been there in a long time, it might be 6 to 8 months ago was the last time, and that was just a quick run-in. And I hadn't been in 6 to 8 months since, before then even. So a very long time. There were things there that were there the last time I was there. Things like where I still remember they had 6 copies of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on DVD, all in just terrible, beat-up condition. 6 copies just sitting on a shelf. It's like whenever I was last there, 6, 8 months ago. I went in, they're in the exact same spot, all 6 copies, haven't moved, because they're charging $6 a piece. And just a lot of stuff like that. We're like, how are they functioning? Things are not moving. Like, again, I hadn't been there, and they've been open for most of that time period. And there's just the same stuff was there in a lot of places I was looking, and the prices are insane. They were selling, I'm going to show you a picture here if it uploads from my phone correctly. I looked at the Blu-rays then, and they had used copies of really common prints of movies, the kind that you would find brand new in $5 bins at like a Big Lots or a Walmart or something like that for $13. Things that you'd find brand new for $5 that they got for free as donations, they were charging used copies of those $13. That right there in one image, this picture will encapsulate how Salvation Army is around us. Like, it's just crazy. I don't understand it. So we just stopped going there, and after that quick trip back in, it hasn't changed. It's only gotten worse. It's like, wow, that's done. But hopefully, eventually, I'm going to have a little more time as far as the eBay store and that kind of thing to branch out and start doing more bigger trips, day trips, go further kind of thing. Because right now it's I've been doing a lot of these types of videos because that's kind of what I've been able to do, is a lot of these quick, like 20 minutes out of my way, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back kind of thing on the way to and from something. A couple times a week and do that, and it's been doing pretty well, but not enough to where, I'll push things forward. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that point pretty soon. That would be great. But yeah, these quick little trips, if you find those little areas around you that have kind of the best stuff a little more frequently, you can make it work. If you're thinking about doing this kind of thing, you can make it work as a side hustle and kind of grow it from there. And yeah, hopefully be able to do a whole lot of growing in the future.